What's going on? What's going on? You got the almighty DJ CJ Flash back with a brand new live episode of I Remember That Song. Here to tell you all about it is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jerry Dove.
Mr. Jerry Dove, indeed. Hello, 'tis me, GD. What's up, brother?
Everything is everything, man. How you feeling?
It's everything. I'm feeling pretty good. You know, so I thought we were having one of them Microsoft redos from a couple of days ago at the very beginning here, but we powered through. We're on here. Dominus Ominous.
Ominous.
All right. Hey, you know what, man? I'm feeling good. We're gonna have a great show tonight. We got to get to it because she's got a limited amount of time, so we're gonna get right to it by bringing the family in. I'm Jerry Dove. This is IRTS Live. It's Tuesday at 7:05 Pacific time. We're here to talk about music and what it means to us with my friends, with my family. Say hello to Ryan Nicole. Say hello to Bigger Russ.
Hey.
7:05 Pacific time.
Pacific. I'm spitting all over my mic here, but it's okay. Deep Miner is going to join us in a little bit, but hey guys, how you guys doing?
Great. How are you?
Loving the hat.
Thank you very much.
All right, Russ, you know we got to see what the t-shirt is tonight. What you got?
Analog.
Oh, you got an equalizer? What is it?
It's a
tuner.
tuner.
No, it's a radio. I see it.
Tuner. Receiver.
Okay.
Receiver.
I see it. I like
Dialed
it.
in the AM.
I like it. For those of you who don't know, the AM was back in the
morning. It's in the morning. Got it.
In the morning. Yeah, back a long time ago. Yeah, it took me a second, but I got that. I got that. So like I said, we're going to get right to it because we got a guest who got a limited amount of time. We're still going to have a lot of fun. We're going to squeeze a lot of stuff in and we're going to talk fast and have some fun. Y'all, you ready?
Yes.
Listen, tonight's guest is a singer, a songwriter, and an actress. Her name is KARYN White. She's been called the Queen of New Jack Swing and has hits to back it up, like Secret Rendezvous, Romantic, The Way You Love Me, Love Song, and the iconic Superwoman. KARYN will be at Yoshi's in Oakland this Thursday. One show only, 8 o'clock. Get your tickets at yoshis.com. We're going to repeat that a little bit later. So get your pen, your paper, or whatever it is you write with nowadays, and get ready for that. As we say hello to KARYN White.
What up?
Hey.
What's up, family?
How you doing, KARYN White?
I'm good. I'm so good. I'm so excited to be on your show. It looks like it's a dope show.
We have a good time.
Yeah. That's
You'll be the judge of that in about 30 minutes. You'll know what it is. You tell us what you think.
I will let you know. I'm like, this is lit.
Yeah, we're gonna do the best we can. See, everybody's well lit, got good camera.
I know.
Not lit that way, Jerry. Not lit that way.
I had to put on my cool girl shades because I was like, I'm not liking my makeup. But it's okay. We know y'all can still see my eyes, right? I'm good.
First of all, let's just talk about the fact that you haven't aged at all.
Okay.
We got to see her without the shades, and she looks like 1989 KARYN White. So there's that part.
Man, that part, people always say, what are you doing? Well, I'm like, first of all, this is, it's a lot. It's a lot. The diet, of course, trying to be, eat clean. And we're in such a crazy world with this food. They're putting all this horrible, antibiotics and all kind of crap in our food. It's like it's a war just to, Nicole, just to stay looking nice. You know what I mean? You got the food industry against us. And of course you got to work out. But the new thing I've been doing is this red light therapy.
Red light therapy. Okay, let me write this down.
Red light therapy mask. And I'm telling you, it is off the chain. I'm starting to really see, Yes. My pictures don't look. That's why I had to put them on. But I'm starting to see the results of this red light mask, and
I love it.
Yeah, and so definitely doing that. But my most important tool is forgiveness.
Oh, forgiveness! I thought you was gonna say water. Okay.
Water. I have to make myself drink some water. But yes, definitely forgiveness, because if you don't forgive others and yourself, that's, to me, you can be looking real beat up and be down.
Come on now.
Forgiveness is like, you carrying a whole bunch of weight. You know what I mean? And it's like, it ain't worth it. Let it go, y'all.
You could be carrying the weight and they're sleeping like a baby while you're carrying the weight.
Right.
even yourself, you're not forgiving yourself for things that you've done. That's even worse because you got to sleep with you. So like you got to let it go. You got to, repent, keep it moving. And we're supposed to forgive each other. That don't mean we have to forget it, but let's just move on. Right.
Preach that good word. Preach that good word.
Well, Karen, that's a great opening. so we got a level now. We got to level up from there. It's hard to do, but we're going to try it. So before we get really, really going, we always like to invite the people that are watching us for the first time or watching us like they do every week to join us and say hello. That's where Miss Ryan Nicole jumps in. So Ryan, do your thing.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Happy Tuesday. We are here. I'm going to be quick. All right. So take your notes. We are here at IRTS Live. I need you to do 4 things, right? Like, subscribe, share, follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, primarily on YouTube, y'all. And I just want to shout out soultvwatch.com, who folks are watching us via Roku. We're so grateful you are here. We know where you're watching from all over the world. So do me a favor, aside from liking, subscribing, sharing, and following, make sure you put your name in the chat and then tell us where you are at. Okay, just do that right now and say hi to Miss Karyn White. All right, Jerry, back up to you.
Back to me. Okay, so what we're trying to do is let Karen know that we are all over the place. We're right here in the Bay Area. You're in the Atlanta area, but we're located and we got fans and friends all over the country and some parts of the world too. So keep that in mind.
I'm trying to take my notes. So I'm at YouTube. It's IRTS.
IRTS space show.
There you go.
Okay, great. Okay, because I want to make sure I follow you guys. And I just want to say, Ryan, Nicole, you are beautiful. You are gorgeous.
Thank you, Miss Karyn White. That means a lot. Now I'm going to shrink into a puddle. All right, thank you.
Not until the show's over. We're going to
let me pull myself together. All right.
See, we didn't even get a slightly handsome.
Nothing. We didn't get
right.
You know why? Because I haven't seen the close up yet.
We didn't get the red light, and
of course you guys are handsome, but sisters, we have to stick together because sometimes we just a mess. We don't want to tell the sister how gorgeous she is. We just want to hold it and think it. So I really wanted her to know, how I felt, and I think I want to lead by example. Like, compliment her, sister.
Thank you. That's right.
You're done
good.
My
day. Yes.
Good. Let's look at some of the people in the chat that are already here. Gina Emerson is always with us. Mm-hmm. Ron Ledford is here from Detroit. DJ
Old Boogie.
DJ Old Boogie. Who's that?
I don't know.
Vivian
Harrell.
Who you talking? Who you talking to, Vivian? You on the right show? Ain't nobody in here going by DJ Boogie.
Maybe that's her name.
Maybe that's you. Karen ain't claiming it, and it's none of us. So there you go.
Stephanie.
Oh, I thought that was for you guys.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Ron Leopard is here as well. Tracy is with us. Kim Batiste is with us. Desmond Lee is representing Iowa.
Wow.
Well, hello, Iowa.
Hi.
In the building. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi.
Okay. I got family from Meridian, Mississippi.
That's what's up.
Rufus Keaton is in Turlock.
What's up?
Michael Elfin is a husband of Ryan Nicole, so she said she is gorgeous, right?
Yes.
Speaking of gorgeous, my wife Sherry Dove says hello.
There we go.
She's from upstairs. And then one more. Look at this from Japan.
Japan.
Hi,
that one may be for me. I don't know.
Okay.
That's for you.
All right.
All right. I love my Japanese fans.
That's great. I'm glad to see that you're joining us, Kamiko. Hey, listen, I want to start the show on one little bit of a down note. We lost a longtime R&B star yesterday, Mr. Duke Fakir from the Four Tops, the last original member of the Four Tops. Yeah. I want to play this little thing right here real quick, and so everybody can kind of get caught up with what we're doing, and then we'll say some things about Mr. Fakir, okay? Hang on one quick second. Here we go.
We just lost the last original member of the Four Tops. You know that group, baby. Abdul Duke Fakir passed at 88. So as we go to break, here is one of their classics. Can't Help Myself. Sing it if you know it. We'll be right back.
Salute to Abdul Duke Fakir, the last original member of the Tops. We love that song, love their music. Please, please, please go see these legends when they come near you. We lost Henry Fambro earlier this year from the Spinners, the last original member of the Spinners. These folks have provided so much music for us. I just think it's important that we show them our love and give it back. Frankie Beverly's making his last time around. He's from the Bay. I believe he's going to be in San Jose at the San Jose Jazz. So come out and just give this man a round of applause, some flowers, some love, and just let them know that we thank you so much for all the music and the love that you provided to us for all these years. Rest in peace, my brother.
Ashe.
Beautiful.
All right, CJ Flash.
Yes, sir.
Your turn. Let's get this show started.
All right, let's start kind of from the beginning. All right.
These are the facts of love. These are the facts of love. You've heard about my reputation. You might think that I'm as cold as ice, but if you know the secret, I'm not so hard to satisfy.
Woo, that voice was high.
I'll accept you.
That's Karyn White, The Facts of Life with the Jeff Lorber fusion.
Love.
The Facts of Love. Facts of Love.
Love. Let me tell you a quick little story about that. I met Layla before, but I just reconnected with her at a show we did a couple of weeks ago. And she told me, I performed Facts of Love when I was in Berkeley at the jazz school at a show. I was like, oh my God, Layla?
Wow.
She's like, yes, that's my favorite song by you. I'm like, oh, okay. So just wanted to share that. I'm like, Layla did my song. Layla did my song. I'm planning out. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Layla's a friend of the show. We've had her on, and she's a good friend with Russell and CJ in particular. So she's a great, great artist.
Yes, and a sweetie. The most beautiful. It's so funny how the most talented ones are just the coolest. I'm like, everybody, and I ain't gonna name them names, but the other I'm like, these be the baddest ones that are just so sweet and hi, and just, no divas, just cool.
Just cool.
Shout out to Layla Hathaway for being so amazingly cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So was that your first time on the charts? Was that your first time? That's the first time I heard you. I remember I used to live in Fresno at the time, and I would drive up to the Bay Area to see my brother, and there was a station called KSOL. And that's the song that they were playing. And I would just put a tape recorder, cassette deck by the radio and just let it go with the commercials and everything. And I always caught that song. I would go back to Fresno and be the coolest cat in town because they didn't know that music.
Yes, that was my first song. And it did very well in the Bay Area. People loved Jeff Lorber. And I was just like so happy to be hearing myself on the radio. I listened to that now. I'm like, boy, my voice was super high. But I was hitting them runs though. And my band lived, I wound up getting my band from the Bay Area after that song. We'll go into that later. The incredible musicians from the Bay. Y'all got the best, funkiest. Just the best, hands down, that any artist could want to have. So my whole band was from the Bay Area, and we rocked. Yes.
Speaking of that, I talked to Eddie M. He plays with Eddie M. He's a good friend of yours, from what I understand. That's what he told me anyway. He said he's a great friend. He loves you before and after. And I'm kind of sneaking on the show.
Right. I saw Eddie M, of course, met him, with Sheila E., who I was a huge fan because nobody could break it down like Sheila E. with the oh, come on, that just doing that whole, female leading the band. So I really learned so much from her, like really. So Eddie M played with me after Sheila. We were on the road with Bobby Brown. We were on the road for about 1.5 years together, and I had Lil Maceo up there with me. So people would come to the show, and we'd be up. I mean, we were all in the audience, just that whole Prince, energy, and it was incredible. So yeah, I'm thankful for those guys, man. They really taught me how to be a musician and not just a singer, how to control my band. Mm-hmm.
He just got back from Amsterdam. He was out there. So he said that he's beat up right now, but because I was going to have him sneak on the show.
When he was tired.
He needs a red thing you were talking about.
The red light. Huh?
He needs a red light therapy mask, huh?
There you go.
A little beater. A red light therapy mask.
Exactly.
We'll send it in the mail.
Karyn, I wanted to ask, this is D-Mine here, and I want to take it back a little bit. Now, did you do some work with Legacy and Switch at one point?
Yes. Okay. So I was in a group called Legacy. I was the youngest one. They had a band. It was, bass guitar, 2 singers, drummer, and bass guitar, 2 drummers, keyboards. And that was a great experience because Switch, the drummer of Switch, was the person who managed us and put the group together. So we got to, our rehearsals were like play Birdland and then go into funk and then, just the harmonies, Switch was incredible, musicians and their harmonies were so, we had to do all of that kind of music. And I was 16 years old. And just taking it all in, learning, growing. And so they did start my career. So they wind up getting a deal. And they wind up saying, we're going to go with another girl. And Vanetta was incredible. She's kind of like a Shantae Moore.
Yeah.
Very high range, just incredible writer. And then so they told me, we're going to go with one female singer and 1 male singer. So that was crushing, but I didn't, honestly, I'm going to tell y'all, I didn't really want to be in a band. So God knew what he was doing. And then from that point, that's when I stepped out and met with Don Cornelius and O'Brien at the time.
Wow. Yeah.
And O'Brien was like the Eric Benet of that day. I think Eric sounds a lot like O'Brien. So that was really dope because he was so phenomenal. And then Don Cornelius, you guys already know.
Oh, yeah.
How iconic he was. So he would invite me to come on Soul Train and dance. And he took care of me when I was on the road. I wound up going on the road with O'Brien. And afterwards, he would send me checks. And, I was totally, surviving out here broke. And I would get these $1,000 checks from Don. He's like, I see you, keep going. And
wow.
Never will forget how, he was just a beautiful, beautiful man. We're both Libras, and I'm thankful to him for, just pouring into me, supporting me. And he also did this, y'all. This is a story. I won the Soul Train Award for Best Artist, and I did a stupid move. I was in Minnesota. I don't know if Terry and I were married then, but I didn't go to the Soul Train Awards because I'm thinking I'm competing against Janet. Janet's going to win. Do I really want to go? And I won, and he took the award away.
No.
He said, he thought he felt it. And this is one thing I learned too about respect and just honoring. It just taught me so much. You're young. I didn't know that I really had to be there because of our history and how just me I should have been there. That was the right thing to do. And I said, he took the award away because then he said, we made him. It was Janet. But
you mean he did it on the show?
So he told us afterwards. He made a press release, but I really knew because he let me know, you should have been there. So I was like, oh my God. So that hurt. But so I did some stupid things like that, So, but I remember seeing him before he passed because I saw him a week before he passed. I hadn't seen him, and we hadn't seen each other in years. And he looked so amazing and always sharp. I mean, suited, just incredible looking. He was like, he knew that I was performing and back in the business because I played at this little hole in the wall place. And it was not a hole in the wall, but I played at this little spot where I sat in. And I was like, how did you know? I was like, God, be keeping his ear to the street. So it's so funny. Like, I'm just like, I didn't know he was even keeping up, or even knew what I was doing. So shout out to the incredible, pioneer.
Yes.
Whenever anybody, I'm sorry, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Have you seen the musical? Have you had a chance to see the Soul Train musical?
No. Where is it?
Yeah, you got to see it. It opened here in San Francisco, and then it'll have a run on Broadway as well. So if you get a chance,
oh my goodness,
please go.
There will be a touring production as well.
That's
right. Thank you. Okay, I gotta see that. Wow, that's amazing.
It's called The Hippest Trip.
Yep.
Oh, wonderful. The Hippest Trip. I love it. I love what they're doing with Broadway. Have you guys seen Alicia Keys' Hell's Kitchen?
Oh no, but I heard so much about it.
She wants some Tonys.
You're a dreamer.
Yeah,
They collected a bunch of Tonys. I'm so proud of her. It was so proud to be an artist with a dream. I mean, you walk out of there, she made you want to just jump up and be like, yes, I believe in myself. Let's go. So I was so happy about that. It was incredible.
Yeah. Speaking of dreams, we got the Olympics starting on Friday. And I understand you ran track back in the day.
Wow. Oh, yeah, your girl was fast. Your girl used to run track. I used to run track. I wasn't good at long distance, but I was a sprinter. And but the sad part was that I used to keep getting cramps. And unfortunately, I would beat the guys and everything, but those cramps it bothered me because I would have the race and then right at the end get a cramp. And I was like, dang. Because I could have gotten a scholarship to USC, but I was like, I couldn't depend on it. So I was like, I'm going to just have to not, go to college. And I know, doesn't that, but I knew that I wanted to sing and write. And I had wrote a song for Stephanie Mills. It's called Automatic Passion. And with the money that I made from the demo after I toured with O'Brien, we opened up for Cameo. After that, I went to the Bay Area. My boyfriend was the drummer in Eddie M's band. And he was also the drummer for O'Brien at the time. And so they put together my demo tape. I paid them with the money from this, and I invested in myself. I want artists to know that. I don't care if you're an artist or a business. If you don't believe in you, nobody else is supposed to be invested in you. Right. Let's get that straight. People be thinking, oh, somebody should take a risk on me. No, even, so I want to say that I invested in, I was able to get that tape. Michael Jeffries, who is from the Bay Area, he's Power. I was recording at his house. And so he's the one who said, after I left, he was like, I think, you think she would want to audition for Jeff Lorber? And so he's the one who turned me on to getting, that's how I was able to get my deal with Warner Brothers and to sing, Lorber. So shout out to Michael Jeffries. And like I said, I got so much love for the Bay Area, so much love and respect. It's, people are so cool. He didn't have to even, I hadn't never met him but once. So I was thinking, I was like, wow.
It was meant to be. Yeah, just like you said, God had a plan for your life, Track was a step, and you went on to sing.
But you could have been the only gold medal Grammy winning artist in the entire world.
I know, dang, huh?
Yeah.
You still got time.
I don't even know. With some pickle juice, you could have done it all.
That's right.
It wasn't exactly. I'm like, why didn't anybody really help me? I remember telling my mom and my sisters, and it's like, okay, I'm like, we didn't even realize there was a remedy. We didn't have the internet, right? I could have Googled it. What can I do?
Right.
You don't have to quit trying.
Right. Okay, you did the right thing.
Back then, you didn't have the internet. Just ask Uncle Pete. Uncle Pete would have told you, girl, get you some pickle juice and you'll be all right.
Right. And I used to love pickles. We in the hood, we had our pickles and whatever else.
Yep.
Kool-Aid.
Sour pickles and chickle sticks.
Oh,
Right. It's crazy, right?
Oh, my stomach just turned.
You see, I had no comment
Ryan,
on any of that. See,
Ryan, you haven't lived until you've had a 6-week-old pickle from a liquor store.
man.
Okay.
Right
I've
next,
had a 6-week-old pickle, but not with a chickle stick. That's gross.
right next to the pig feet jar.
Yeah, right next to
The
the
pig feet jar. You're right. Oh,
hey,
Looking
you're
like
watching.
a specimen.
You're watching IRTS Live, and believe it or not, this is a show about music. But if you just tuned in, we'll get you back on track right now with some more music from Karyn White. Go ahead, Flash.
Curveball.
Had an intuition, but I kept on wishing it was wrong. Trying to keep my cool, but I didn't want to break my happy home. Oh, yeah. Whoever said love had to hurt another to survive. Well, whoever it was, you know, wasn't living
my life. Woo, that girl funky. Keep pushing on. That's when I had a little dirt on me after that. This is after I left the 20,000 square foot mansion, and I was gotta keep pushing. And then I had some grit on me. Keep pushing on. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
That's for real.
That's that pickle juice. That's pickle juice right there.
Flash, where you dig that one up, Flash?
That's Eddie M.
Yeah, I
You guys
thought
brought
it
up
sounded like
Eddie M.
Eddie. It sounded like it's on.
Eddie M.
Wow. Gotta keep pushing on, y'all.
That was
This is,
funky.
like I said, I had gotten my divorce. I lived in the Bay. And I was like, what am I going to do? That's all I know is music. And, you know, Eddie was like, will you do this with me? Of course I would. But I'm just tripping off of all the pain and the, you know, I can really feel, I know that what time that was. I was really stepping out on my own. And I was just you know, really, because I used to depend on Terry a lot for like, okay, I need this, I need that, you know, and it was like, okay, what you gonna do? You know what I mean? And I really got to see what I was made of. And so for me to say, I'm going to buy houses, I'm going to move.
Come on.
I'm going to do what I love to do. We built this beautiful home, Terry and I, in Minnesota. And I was like, I'm going to repeat that. I learned from a woman who I bought her house. She lived in a place called Los Lagos, which is outside of Sacramento. Eddie Murphy lived there and the ball players. And so I bought a distressed home that she had rehabbed. I bought it furnished and everything. So then she winds up moving across the street from me, a Jewish lady by the name of Joyce Hochel. And so I said, I want you to teach me everything you know. So, and she said, okay. So I followed her and I was able to do that. Flipping homes, me and my daughter, we would move every 2 years, but I had to stay in the same school district. So then that was very lucrative. So I could be there for my daughter, pick her up and all that. And then I started buying homes and like from 150 to 200,000. I bought 13 homes, you guys. I was, and I looked up, it was like maybe, I don't know, maybe two years. And I was just like, oh my God. If I would have been an artist, that was the one thing that made me fearless, because I'm like, who in the hell would do that without knowing? I knew about real estate. I understood it, but I didn't really think of like, what if everything happens at one time? What you gonna, if the market turns? You know what I mean? I was like, the Lord protects babies and fools, but I knew that I had a mentor, and
baby.
Robert Kiyosaki, and it worked out very well, and it showed me that what I was made of. I didn't really understand that it didn't matter if I did music or doing this real estate, that my superpower for me was my focus and my drive and my determination. So, so I was like, okay. And that's why they call me the Superwoman.
I know that's right.
I was too young to be the Superwoman when I was singing about it. It was my mother, my sisters, my aunts, you know, women that I knew, but I actually got to see what I was made of. And going through the fire.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the gift of being a creative. And I think anybody on this panel can speak to the fact that creatives can take something, any energy, and transmute it. You know, we are alchemists. We can turn that thing around and make it something different, make it something new and righteous, you know, and that's what you did with Flipping Homes.
Wow. Alchemist. That's my favorite book.
There
And that's what my partner and my manager, that's what we have in common. And so I totally thank you for saying that. I love the way you said that. Was very eloquent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's get some more elegant music going there, Flash. How about that?
Okay.
Let's get some more elegant
White, I
music.
got a question for you. Do you remember singing with a man named Howard Johnson?
Of course.
Okay,
So fine, Howard Johnson.
I just wanted to make sure before I played this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't remember that song. I'm on there. y'all really digging into crates. I mean, this is straight crate. Wow, that's really dope. What I do remember is that I went out on a date with him, one little date. So I remember, you know, but maybe I shouldn't say that. How old was I? I think I was legal. 18.
Limitations.
Yeah, I remember. Howard was the man, and it was so beautiful. It's like when I think about it, like you said, the alchemy. It kept leading to other, you know, Howard Hewitt, and I mean not Howard Hewitt, but of course, I did audition for Shalimar. But yeah, it's a trip at how when you're in a flow, how God will just bring you through these, you know, these people. They'll give you a little bit, and then He gave me the confidence to go on to the next person. And John McClane, you know, signed Howard Johnson. And so that's dope. I hadn't heard that record in forever. Like, oh my God.
It's funny how we have a lot of artists on sometimes, and CJ will dig in the crates like that, and they say, "What? I was on that?"
Right.
I was like, really? Let me hear. I don't believe y'all. Okay, maybe I heard a little bit of me. Yeah. I love that. I love that.
And you're watching IRTS Live. We do this every Tuesday night. Tonight, our guest is the lovely, talented superwoman herself, Miss KARYN White. My friends are all with me, the almighty DJ CJ Flash, Miss Ryan Nicole, Big Russ. D Minor is at box with the white circle, and I'm Jerry Dove. Hey, one other thing, too, is I know that you got a movie that you did a couple years ago. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I just want people to get ready because, again, whatever your choice is to write stuff down with, I'm going to need you to write down this movie that we're going to talk about that KARYN, you produced it, right? You co-produced it?
Yes, I executive produced it and starred in it, wrote it, co-wrote it.
Wow.
And it was dope. It was This is like once you do a movie, you feel like you can walk on water because it's like I did a damn movie. You know what I mean? It's the what's the word? The ultimate,
the penultimate.
Yes.
Well, then let's go ahead and run this clip right now. Then it's called "Gale and the Storm." I'm gonna do my little Oprah here. Okay, tell us about it. We're gonna watch a clip. Tell us about the clip.
Oh, the clip. Okay, first of all, it's about a legendary singer who steps away from the business at the height of her career, and she hooks up with a revolutionary music producer, and he tries to get her back into this damn business. And she's kicking and fighting about, I don't know. This clip is really me and my band. My boyfriend that told me he was, not going to. I think he's. Anyway, I can't remember. Let me see the clip.
Wait, let's check out the clip. Here we go.
We have a very special guest in the house tonight. The lovely Miss Gail Storm.
Meet Gail Storm. once the former lead singer of the Grammy-nominated band Eclipse. They were on top of the world, so she thought.
People love Eclipse because of our sound.
But still, we need to change with the times.
You a snake.
I'm a survivor. The secret to change is not worrying about your past. Focus on your future.
So what's next for the great Hannibal Shabazz?
Man, I'm putting together a super group. We bring back soul.
It's been a while since I've been on stage, just hanging in with me.
You just need to fall back in love with singing again. This game is like a Venus flytrap. It closes on your ass real fast.
You quit right at the height of your career. Why come back now?
I found out I got a whole lot more music left in me.
I just want to know if you can help me.
All right, what you need me to do?
Take over the world.
What kind of Hannibal are you? You got your good Hannibal, and then you got your Hannibal Lecter.
They see your rise, and they just want to latch onto your coattail. They don't want clips, they want you.
I don't live in the past or the future. I live in the now.
Don't light it up unless you wanna burn it down. I am the storm, so get up, back down. Don't light it up unless you wanna burn it down. I am the storm, so get up, back down. And the people go,
I am the storm. I am the storm.
Yeah.
I am the storm. There you go, great.
Okay.
Gail and the Storm!
You should stick around for the show, because it's going to be fun.
I am the storm, Gail and the Storm.
Yes.
You can see that on Tubi and on Prime. Came out a couple of years ago. So I see your manager, Derek Muhammad, is the director.
Yes.
The whole family affair then.
Acted and co-starred in it with me. We used two students who shot the film. They're Morehouse Award winners, and we did it in Sacramento, and it's loosely, like I said, it's a movie with a soundtrack. So when we were in the studio, when he was going hit the all of that was real. We were recording everything live. So when Gail Storm was singing, it was me singing live. Everything was live, and I was like, man, I didn't realize I was doing these songs in like 1 take, 2 takes, and so they really got to experience what it was like to just really fall back in love with music. And I love it because the soundtrack is really funky. It's like yeah, we used, we did some of my favorites, like, Feelings. We did like a kind of a Al Greenish type of vibe, a Shaka, from the 70s. So we really, took that whole vibe from the 70s, and it was fun. Y'all see the 70s influence with the character for Gail Storm. And it was fun because I got to play another character, but yet it was loosely based on my life. So
How freeing was that? How freeing was that to kind of be working through Gail, knowing that you're telling a little bit of your story, but how were you liberated a little bit to tell some truths that you wouldn't tell as KARYN White?
Oh, yes, definitely. But I'm pretty truthful about my journey, but definitely it was fun because, like I said, the character, the one scene where I was upset about, some of the things were made up. They were just about the character, where I was cussing out my boyfriend, who was also the band member. And he hooked up with a girl, named Eclipse, and he told her, I want to get her in the band and whatever. So it's like we need to change with the sound because he didn't like my sound, and so those things were kind of loosely made up, but it was a good time doing it. We did it in 7 days, and so it's really great to just have that art there, and it just made me feel like, okay, we can. We definitely, so I'm producing more here in Atlanta. We got a film we're working on called Pegged for Murder. It's going to be a horror film. So that'll be the next thing. I just have a small role in it, but I am one of the producers.
You got
to. Once again, if you need an actress.
Oh, good.
I do. But I wanted to shout out the Oakland Film Company, which is now housed in Atlanta as well. They did a film here in the Bay called Broken Rose, which was award-winning, did a lot of great things. And they continue to work in Atlanta. So look up Oakland Film Company if you ever, want to co-produce on something or whatever. They're doing some great work in Atlanta as well.
Really? I know. Thank you. I will. Atlanta is the place, huh? There's a lot of movies being made here, and it's really cool. Yes, the Mecca. And I'm glad I came here. I got here, and I left in 2016, and I was able to, I just got last year. I was awarded. I don't know if they say awarded, but anyway, they have KARYN White Day on November the 22nd.
Yes,
there you go.
First,
nice.
Oh, 19.
You're gonna have KARYN White Day, and everybody's, where's KARYN?
Right, here.
So it was just, and it was, being from Los Angeles, there's, it's really hard to break through there because, everybody's in Los Angeles. So it really means a lot that Atlanta has embraced me as their own. And a lot of people have told me that people in the business that LA and Babyface came here from seeing me at the Jack the Rapper. And so they kind of give me a little bit of credit because they came here to see me, and that's what made them want to live in Atlanta and have their company here. So shout out to Organized Noise,
yes,
my boy Andre 3000, and Harry Pebbles and TLC, and all the great acts that came. Atlanta is the culture, man. They ain't playing here. Like, it's really, and I love being around my people. Because being in Los Angeles, I lived in Glendale and Sacramento, but here it's like we're here.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, everything is black. You want an attorney, you want an accountant, everything is black.
Everything black. I love it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of LA and Babyface, CJ.
Yes, sir.
Hey, baby. Drive me crazy. Oh, that special love and feeling that you give to me. And I'm so proud. You want me to be your lady. Now I know how it feels to live a fantasy. I used to dream about love. It shows how it was, but I don't have to dream no more. 'Cause I got more that I can say. I found me a lover in another man. I got you, baby, that's all I'm waiting for. And I love the way you love me.
Yeah. Yeah. Because when I think about your loving and I know it can be. Yeah.
Hey.
That's held up, man. I have so much fun doing that in my live show. And it was the first #1. The video was really dope. It was at Venice Beach, and I remember maybe it was like the 5th song that LA and Babyface and us we did together, and we had something to prove. We was trying to knock Janet out. We coming after you. Yeah. And so that was, it was such a beautiful energy. Of course, we all had so much respect for all of them because to me, Janet was, her music and what they've, Jam and Lewis have done with Janet is just phenomenal. So she was the bar. And it was just fun to like I said, just to be in that vibe. Bobby Brown, in LA was in the studio, and Johnny Gill and in one room, and I sang background on all these records and Pebbles, and it was a dope time to be in LA and to be on their journey with Babyface in LA. I just saw him, all of them. We had a reunion. Babyface was honored at the Apollo Walk of Fame, and I'm like, let me ask you, which era was your favorite era? Because I was looking at this list of songs because he's like 130 something top 10 records. And so I was like, because he sings these 37 number ones in his show and like 7 of his songs. I'm like, so he was like, oh, it was this era. It was the, Eric Clapton and the Madonna. And so I remember Johnny Gill's manager was like,
Yeah,
he said the foundation. He said, Johnny Brown, Karen White, Johnny Gill. That's Pebbles. That's my favorite era. So it's so funny. But like I said, I'm so proud, and to see that he's just just kept on going, and what they're so big. Like being around them, L.A. Reid and him being the #1 guy in music. Now I'm like, wow. Yeah. I'm like. Not that I ever doubted it, because I knew they were dope, but just to see, like, what I mean, to really see up close, I'm like, I'm so proud that I was able to be a part of his journey.
We had Daryl Simmons on last year.
Daryl, gotta mention the silent partner.
Yeah, well, it's funny you say that, because when I met him, I was in radio, and he came in with Babyface to do an interview. And Babyface is not real.
Oh yeah, he's quiet.
He's real quiet like that. And this other guy was even quieter than him. And so I'm looking at this guy. So I said, "Hey, bro, you want some DVDs or something?" So I'm taking him down to my office to give him some DVDs. I'm walking with him. I said, "So what's your name?" He says, "My name is Daryl." "So are you in the band, or what do you do, Daryl?" "Oh, yeah, all right, I write a little bit." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, Daryl." And that was him. And he said the silent partner, and that was it. He did the show. He let us in on so much of the music that him and Babyface did. Yeah, it was a fun show. So it's good to hear another person that was part of that journey as well. So
I adore Daryl. He was like you said, the silent partner, Babyface's best friend. But he really, me just seeing him again, I was so proud of them. And like I said, they're just great guys. And, I'm so happy for them. And like I said, I was happy to be on to reunite. We reunite because we hadn't talked to each other. We kind of fell out because of this whole thing with Soul Train with Fantasia. And so Babyface, we apologized. He called me, and we got together, and he was like, "I can't be mad at you. I understand if you're upset, and he apologized, and I was like, okay. And we hooked back up again. And I was really happy about that, because people were like, why aren't you doing this? I kept one. I'm like, I don't know, but I know he didn't like the fact that I left the business, and it's like, we gave you, I'm like, baby, I didn't like, it happens, honey. I'm sorry. It wasn't anything, I had to.
It's not personal.
I'm here. Look, some people should have left if they're going through some things, and they need to get themselves together. And maybe, I was like, I didn't want to, I was so thankful that
it's 11 o'clock.
I'm, have this whole fallout in front of the world, this whatever went through. So I was like, I had to God pulled me out, but I'm back now.
That's right, and you're good.
You're back, and you're gonna be at Yoshi's in Oakland on Thursday, 8 o'clock show. So
this Thursday, right?
Tickets at Yoshis.com.
Yoshi's, y'all know how we do it, and y'all better be dancing me, let me dance you and romance you. How come people don't dance no more? I'm like,
well, they gonna dance.
I know, like, y'all better get up. Because look, I'm the Energizer Bunny. So I'm just like, okay. So I think the first time they were, because, they hadn't seen me in a long time. So I'll they were just kind of in awe. But I'm like, I want y'all to, come on, let's have some fun. I know they will. They're with me. They love me. I love them. And I'm so excited. Like
you've been to Yoshi's. You know how tiny them little.
I know.
That squeezes in like sardines. You barely turn around to Yoshi's. You can do this.
I know. I was telling everybody. I was like, shoot. But the beautiful part is, I love playing in that small. Because you feel everything. You can see everyone. They can see you. So it's nothing like for me. The big stadiums are cool, but give me the down home boogie. Give me that energy right there. they can see my grays, you know.
And they can see your red mask.
There you go.
We ain't saying that. Well, I will show that on IG. Those are the perks. Y'all got to follow me.
I know that's right.
In my stories, I'll be clowning in my stories. Like, you sure you want to put that? Put it in stories. Put it in stories.
Yeah, it'll disappear. It'll disappear.
Exactly.
All right, so look, we just got a few more minutes with Karyn because she is back east and needs some rest. But I want to make sure everybody is seeing where they can follow you at all these different places while CJ Flash plays another song. Go ahead, Flash.
Oh yeah.
See,
y'all sound system sound good. I think it just sound better when we hear it, like, you know, on the radio, on a show. It's like, oh yeah, no, it really sounds dope. So I'm a big Prince fan, and I know who's
that guy.
So, Rendezvous, that whole thing, you know, when that went #1, he gave me some flowers, and I went to Minnesota. And so I went to Minnesota to meet with Prince, but I wound up working with Terry. So it was the craziest thing, because he was working with he was doing the Batman soundtrack, and he was just, you know, you had to catch Prince on it depends on what vibe Prince was on. Because Prince did his own thing. I'm in this era, you know what I mean? So, but I was like, I remember calling him and singing him stuff, and he was like, "You're in good hands. You don't need me." I'm like, "No, I do. I need you." Yeah. So Candlelight, all that stuff.
Yes.
I love Prince, and I even put like a little Dove's Cry in my show with this Rendezvous underneath it. If you guys, if you guys have seen Tiny House, this is a Tiny House, Tiny Desk. Oh, SWV was so lit, and they were the epitome of mixing their music with the contemporary, and it was so dope. So shout out to SWV. But anyway, that's what I kind of do in my show. So just to give y'all a little hint, I give that Prince feel underneath it. I think it's
good. I bet it is.
Mm-hmm. It's really clever. So it's like, I didn't think Rendezvous would fit under there, but I was like, I know this is where LA and Face and them and Daryl got this vibe from. You know what I mean? I'm amazed by the DNA. So let's put some. So I didn't realize that though when I was younger, but when I came back to the music, I was like, I hear it.
You can hear it, that reverse snare, like you hear it.
You
hear all of that.
You said the reverse snare. You're a musician?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I told you, Karyn. I told you.
Oh, you told me?
I said actress, artist, activist, mom,
mother.
Oh, all of that. Oh my
Jack of all trades and good at all of them.
Screenwriter, playwright.
Yeah, we're one and the same in that we're Renaissance women. You know, we both ran track. I'm here with you, sister.
Oh my God, I love it. So I gotta definitely check out your stuff as well. I'm excited.
Awesome.
Well, I'm gonna give Derek her information to get to you once the show is done and all like that.
Good.
Thank you, Jerry.
Right.
Yes, look at her. I love it.
10%.
I got you.
Oh, I know.
Jerry.
Exactly. Be like the babe, like we gonna help you, but it's got 10%.
Break me off. That's right. That's right.
All right, a couple more minutes with Karyn White, CJ Flash. Squeeze them in. You know what we need to hear.
Something that a girl like me never dreamed of. It never was for me, no, not really. But there was not a guy who was special enough. until you came and made me so happy, like a child on Christmas Day. I was so anticipating, and I didn't know I could ever feel this way.
Woo! that one was a really well.
I wore that record out.
Woo.
God.
I feel you, CJ.
I wore that record out. It was like
that song, the Bay Area, because I remember on KBLX they used to always play that, and they say they wouldn't say Superwoman Karen White, they would say Love Song Karen White. So I was like, wow, and that I never will forget that, because that's my favorite tune. I love it because of my vocal tone. I was, you know how you guys hear the upper, I really speak and sing from this, I think I love, this is really my voice slower. So when I was able to, when they played that for me, and I was like, yes, I finally get to sing in my real warm tone.
It's such a good number. I couldn't wait. I was kind of young, but I could not wait to be like my parents and their group dancing to that song. They used to do some of the coldest dances to that song right there. Oh man, just a nice little
hand dancing and stuff, or more like
just a nice two-step, just a sexy grown two-step. Yes, with the shoulders.
Let me tell you, so at the Apollo, Mary J. Blige was there, and she gave Babyface a speech, and she talked about him, and so it's my first time meeting her. So on her speech, because she was telling me, oh my God, I love you. And I was like, I love you, like Mary, like the queen. So I know it was sincere, because when she read her speech, she was like, every time this Love Saw It by Karen White came on and you guys did the song together, I loved it. And when you sang Two Occasions on your part, but I was like, oh my God. So I was like, Mary J. Blige? So I just wanted to shout out to the incredible queen who was so gracious to give me my flowers. Which,
girl,
you know what I mean? I had no clue. I'm like,
really though? But Karen, really? Let's level here.
Let's be real here.
You are the foundation for so many singers. Many singers. First of all, they don't make up the fact that you're the queen of New Jack Swing. And that allowed so many people like Mary J. Blige to enter into hip hop, into bringing R&B into something that had slap to it. So you are truly like the progenitor, the beginning that made it okay for us to actually party and have a good time, and still sing, still be able to blow. So get all your flowers, okay? You deserve it.
I gotta say, Karen, it's funny that you said that you auditioned for Shalimar, because I would say that you and Jody were pretty much the voice of that decade.
Totally.
That slice of time that we had, it was really the two of you. So we're gonna give you all your flowers. You're gonna take these flowers tonight, all right?
But this is what I need y'all to do, because I think me and Jody need to do something together. I think we need to tour.
That'd be great.
I think that would be really dope. I'm glad to hear you guys say that. Jody was not playing with that imaging. Wasn't her imaging? I mean, her music was dope. The fashion, the style, she was so dope. So thank you. That means a lot. So we just got to talk Jody into doing it too.
We can work it out. We can call it the used to be Shalimar tour. That's what we call it.
Look, her and Howard, they just can't get it together. But it's not Howard, it's her. He's the one.
I have a question about your process, though. You talked about when you heard this song and the producers presented it to you. How hands-on were you at that time with, okay, they play a bunch of songs for you and you pick and choose which ones you're going to do, or it's a collaborative effort, you guys sit down and work on stuff, workshop it out, and then record it? What was your process back then? Because you work with the best. You work with the best of the best.
Yeah, it's different. Okay, with LA and Face, they didn't play a whole bunch of songs. They played specific songs because they were writing for me. So that was the beautiful part, is that it was specific, and it was like either I liked it or I didn't, and I loved all of it. And as far as like working, me and LA Reid, we worked together in the studio more so than Face, because I probably was a little too hood for Face. Face was too quiet for me. I'm like, LA was like, hey, I don't believe let's sing that song, okay,
all right.
Face wasn't gonna be saying all that. Karen, I call Babyface the silent assassin, because he probably would go out and tell her, he wouldn't even say it, but no. And then with Jimmy and Terry, it was definitely us sit together, me writing lyrics, me writing melody, Terry coming with melody, Jimmy, because that was a whole nother process. They wanted the artists to work with them, and they were like not really wanting to do my second album. They're like, why the hell aren't you working with LA and Babyface? Like, y'all was dope, you had all the success, and I was like, I know. And so I had no clue that I found out that it was because some political stuff with Benny Medina and LA Reid and Pebbles. Pebbles came to something from Karen White, and Benny felt disrespected. And I'm like, that's why? I didn't know all that till just recently. I was like, oh my
God. Wow.
Now, were there any songs, because these guys work with so many artists that you said, any songs that they gave to somebody else that you wanted? That you said, man,
hell yeah, I wanted all of Janet's music. I was like, can I have that? But yeah, no, it's definitely, it's very specific. Janet, I felt like I didn't even realize that Janet probably felt like a little bit like, why is she in my house? Because I feel like that's the house that Janet Jackson built. You know what I mean? So facts. And I never thought about that. I was very naive to that. And if I could do it over again, I wouldn't be. I would have I wouldn't have been so quick. I would have been like, okay, no, let me hear some more tracks, Jimmy. I want you get what I'm saying? I really made them give me, what they should have, but I didn't know. So, but we had number one. We had a number one together, but like I said, they felt like, why aren't you with Jimmy? So, why with LA and Face? So on the third album, I was able to get Babyface without LA Reid, and he came into the studio. We did Can I Stay With You and some other songs on that album. And I had talked to Tracy Edmonds. Shout out to the incredible Tracy Edmonds. I had to talk to her. I was like, I need you to tell Babyface I need him to do this record. And she was like, I will. Because at that time, Face couldn't do, they were signed. They had Tony Braxton, which they had their own Karen White. So, Clive and everybody was not trying to have Babyface doing all these artists. So eventually, so Face did it. So it was great working with him again. But it was different because it was just him. And LA was such a big part of our chemistry.
Yeah.
So much competition, but see, that's how much of your talent rose above all of that. See?
Oh, I know, so much competition and all these artists, and especially in Minnesota. Like I said, with Janet over here, and they were so creative. And New Edition in another room. Mint Condition was my band.
Wow.
Before they took off, so. I'm telling you guys, my foundation for bands started with Jeff Lorber because he's a bad cat. So first of all, you already understand the caliber. Dave Koz was in the band. He was a player. So me and Dave, it was between me being wild and Dave. You had all this energy going. It's like, who's Jeff Lorber? Like, who are these two just all over the stage? So but it was, I wouldn't trade it. I'm thankful to Jeff for giving me the opportunity. And I've been trying to get us back together. So hopefully that'll happen, because this is, like Kat said, this is the year of Age of Aquarius, and things are, it's like a shift is happening. So I already Babyface and LA and Daryl Simmons reunited. So I'm going to speak that into existence that Jeff Lorber and I will reunite.
We touch and agree. We touch and agree.
All right, now you had said earlier you wanted to shout out some Bay Area musicians. Go ahead and go for it.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to Bay Area musicians. Okay, so Sheila E. What's her brother? You guys,
Michael.
Peter Michael. All the Escobedos. Eddie M. John Paris, Miko Weaver. Oh God, Lettuce's band. I can't think of the band. Who else? It's gonna kill me. But a lot of Bay Area. Rocky. Who?
Guapole.
Oh, of course, Guapole.
The Tony.
Oh my God, I want to work with Raphael so bad.
Oh, girl, they'll just keep speaking on these things.
Yeah, Raphael. I didn't even know he did. He worked. I mean, I love Solange. I love what he did with that Cranes in the Sky. To me, that was brilliant. Of course, the D'Angelo stuff. Did he? He said he did something with Beyonce. Did he do "Fuck Up the Night" or which one? Do you guys know? Which
yes,
one?
he did that one.
Yes, he did. I think 30% of the new record is all Raphael.
Plastic on the couch, plastic off the sofa, or whatever it's called. Yeah, that one.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And you know one thing about Raphael is that he's just I love how he dresses. I really admire men. That's my secret weapon I'm getting out here. I don't really, it's not the women. So like I love Prince, I love Raphael, Lenny, I love Tina, James Brown, Michael. But yeah, so I really and then the Bay Area, I'm gonna go into my boy Carl Wheeler, Elijah Baker, God, my boy Amar.
Wow.
Gosh, because I played and they played with me last time.
Wow.
I was in the Bay Area and I can't think right now. It's so
they just did a show Yoshi's last week.
Yeah, they were showing out. Jubu.
Yes, Jubu.
Oh, God.
Yeah. My man.
Yeah. So anyway, Maze, Frankie Beverly.
Yeah, we can run down the list.
We're doing it in the back. All right, we got time for 2 more songs, and then we're gonna let you go. So only because we gotta play these hits, or they're gonna yell at us when we're done.
I'm having so much fun. Go ahead.
Well, good. You hear that, Derek? So Derek said that you're gonna yell at him, but
just don't get me fired. I don't want to get fired.
Derek, she just said she's having a great time. You let it go, Derek.
He said, nah.
This show is amazing because they pull up. It's so incredible. It's keep going, y'all. We only got a little bit. Let's go.
Go ahead, Flash.
Take me in your arms, caress me gently. Oh, I can't get enough. Ooh, feel me. Say the word, I'll surrender to your poetic charm. Oh, 'cause when the night comes, I hear seductive voices sing romantic songs of love. Let's get intimate. Turn the lights down. It's time to get romantic.
That might be my favorite song by you right there.
Oh my goodness! Really?
That one is a jam.
It is
interesting. Okay.
That one will get me up out of my seat to dance. I will be dancing on Thursday at Yoshi's like this, because again, you ain't got no room.
Okay, so it's like
room to get up. You can't stand up at Yoshi's. You just gotta get in your chair and relax. So.
Shimmy, chair shimmy.
Ryan, you'll appreciate this. So, LA and Face like the grit in my voice, and the pain, and Jimmy and Terry like the da 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 da. The sensual.
Yes.
Not whatever you call it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so working with different producers brought different energies, so.
But how great to be able to exploit all those textures, and to have that range,
Yes, the different textures. But for me, I would say now I love the grit, and I love to be able to sweep, but I love power. I've been taking voice lessons and opening up my voice, and I'm doing opera. And,
come on.
Yeah, it's so dope. It's so dope when you can grow and learn as an adult, and not like, you know, how if you're a kid you have to do it.
Right.
How do I get that tone? And you know, studying, you know, what Aretha did, you know, when she did Pavarotti, and you know, and then doing that, how to Shantae and them doing that whistle. So I hit it a couple of times, but it's not something that I can do all the time. So I'm trying to work on that. And that's the beauty. It's like,
yes,
you know, people can get online. They have all these great, there's a course that I take called 30 Day Singer. And it's
I've seen that.
Yeah, they're incredible. A lot of great techniques. So check them out. It's only like $100 for you to get access to their whole catalog. And she's a phenomenal singer. She has a course on, you know, Ella Fitzgerald, and it's I'm like, oh,
okay.
You ever see the video? You ever see the video of James Brown singing with Pavarotti?
Oh my God!
Yes, find
right?
that on YouTube. James Brown and Pavarotti.
Did he do his Man's World, baby?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
See, that's about 3-4 things that we've told you to follow up on tonight. See there?
Yeah,
Pavarotti liked us, huh?
Yeah, I can't wait to hear that one. Wow, it's a Man's World, Pavarotti and James Brown.
When Aretha stood in for Pavarotti at the awards show, I actually recorded that, and I converted it from VHS to an audio file so I can have it all the time. It was an amazing moment, because it was one of those things where, you know, like now when you're telling me that you're studying opera, I want to hear you sing opera. I want to be in the building when that happens. And when she did that in front of her peers,
yes,
they were already, it's Aretha. And then they just took it to a whole nother level. And yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, you're so right. That, to me, that really made her the queen, because opera is not, I mean, for her to have the phrasing, but she still sounded like Aretha.
Yes, she did.
Kind of like herself.
And she was already the queen, but it was one of those, in case y'all forgot, moments.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Because there's a rumor that they kind of set her up to fail. And
it was last minute, right?
And they wanted her to do it in rehearsal. And she said, I don't need a rehearsal.
I'm the queen.
And so when she did it on stage was the first time that she did it.
She said, hold my pocketbook.
Yeah.
That's funny, Brian.
Yeah. I mean, woo.
It's one of the best. It's one of the best moments in award show history.
Yeah.
No matter what award.
Yeah.
I would say so. I agree.
Yes.
Now one of our
Mika said, you are so right.
Micah Montgomery was our guest last week. Speaking of another great Bay Area talent, she was on last week.
Oh, yes. Hi, Micah.
And then one of our favorites from the show, Gina Amerson, has a question. Have you ever done a jazz album or considered it?
Hi. I'm considering it now, because we're talking about studying. You know, you got to really know what you're doing, stepping into that. And I want to be authentic to it. So I definitely am looking into doing that soon, but I hadn't, because I didn't really know enough to, you know.
What would be dope? You said that you wanted to work with Jeff again. What would be dope if you did a piece with Jazz Funk Soul?
Say it one more time.
He has a group. It's Jazz Funk Soul. Him, Everett Harp, and Paul Jackson Jr. That would be dope if you did something with them.
I agree.
That's your way to go back and work with Jeff.
Derek, are you getting all this, Derek?
Derek?
Yeah, the group is called Jazz Funk Soul.
Yep.
Okay, so, and this is, I think he was talking about that. So I gotta, and that's out right now?
What's that?
Yeah, they're constantly touring. It's him, Everett Harp, and Paul Jackson Jr.
Oh my God.
It's a good call, Russ. That would be awesome.
Ooh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, wait. Look at the camera. 10%.
Okay. I'm with you. No, and I'm so with you, because you know these ideas. That's money.
You know what? You can take my 10% and give it to Jerry. Or
there you go.
Give it to Derek. Actually, I just want to see it happen.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
we
you.
just want to be in the room when it happens. That's real.
Wow, that's dope. Thank you. Okay, I got
We
it.
got time for 2 more songs. We gotta play the big one, and then we want to play one of your new ones as we go out. So
Okay.
so let's play the iconic classic, the one that you I've heard you say put you at that level that well, you'll talk about it. So go ahead, Flash.
Early in the morning, I put breakfast at your table and make sure that your coffee has its sugar and cream. Your eggs are over easy, your toast unlikely. All that's missing is your morning kiss that used to greet me. Now you see the juice is sour. It used to be so sweet, and I can't help but to wonder if you're talking about me. We don't talk the way we used to talk. It's hurting so deep. I've got my pride, I will not cry, but it's making me weak. I'm not your superwoman.
Woo.
You still like singing that? You still like singing that one?
Do I feel like it?
Do you still like singing it?
Oh, yeah. It's a hard song to sing. It's interesting. You know why? Because it's just a lot of like, no. It's a lot of rhythm. And before I just tackled it as a young girl, just sing it. You know what I mean? You're fearless. But now I'm like, ooh, the song is a little, you know what I mean? It's a, you're telling a story, and it's you just walking up. It's kind of like, remember the song One Less Bell to Answer? How Millie
Love that song.
talked about, I think Babyface kind of got a lot of the concept, the lyric idea from that song. But he said it was one of his favorite songs that he wrote. And it was tough singing it. LA had to kick my butt. We sang it several different ways, and I had to really. My whole thing is like, you gotta be believable. So I definitely used my mother as a substitution because, like I said, what did I know about any of that at 22? Honestly, I was singing a grown-up song, and that's why I believe Patty, Gladys, and Dion did it. They were like, let me sing this song.
We believed you. We believed you. They sang it because they believed it too. They felt it.
Yes, yeah. And then but I was so scared. I was like, oh my God. 3 icons, like they on Luther it, because once Luther sings your song, it's a rap. You know what I mean?
No more, right?
Luther get a hold of your song. You like, did Russell sing that? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was scared to death, but I remember, being on the road with them, and remember you guys remember the Super Bud Fest? I don't know, you're probably too young. Yeah, so
too young.
not y'all, but Ryan Nicole was. She wasn't at the Budweiser Super Fest.
I was not at the Budweiser Fest. I was not there.
You might have been conceived at the Budweiser Super Fest.
Yeah, and so Patty will always be, we singing your song, so and I had never gotten to meet Gladys, but one of my things I'm hoping that, because I know she just sang at her, and like they were on some show, I guess it was an award show, and somebody got an award, and Jennifer, what's her name? What's her name?
Hudson.
Yeah, so she was singing, and I love it. It's such an honor when I hear them sing my licks, though. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm like, Jennifer, singing my licks. But Fantasia, she does her own thing. She really doesn't sing my licks. Also, but Tamar,
yeah, I can see that.
Kills this song. Tamar, she's a bad girl, and she's and I love the fact that she was so humble enough to call me and get my blessing. Wow. She does it in her show, and she's like, I want you to come to LA and sing it with, because a lot of the girls, it's kind of like they don't want to acknowledge me. Wow. A lot of them that do it, and I'm like, I think it's so disrespectful. I'm like, I don't understand why they wouldn't say, salute to Karyn White. I'm not going to say no names, but I'm just like, so it really made me feel great that Tamar really gave me the respect that, I'm like, I did give the original person, right? Who made it a hit.
Yeah.
Babyface.
That's right. That's right. That's wild.
And you can't assume that every song is going to be a hit just because they were singing it, because some songs weren't, So
that's right.
I had to really say to him, that I know that I wasn't singing and at that time, but you guys, went with popularity because the person who let Fantasia sing the song, which she sang the hell out of it. I'm not, we don't take nothing from our girl Fantasia. She's incredible, like Patty, But they just did a disservice to the people because they remember and they wanted to be taken back to the original person singing.
Right.
But the producer at BET went for the popular person. And so they got a lot of feedback, and that person was fired because of that. So
yeah, BET messes up a lot of stuff.
Allegedly.
I'm telling the fact. BET messes up a lot of stuff. I'm just saying the fact.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. And so when I just did it at Apollo was so dope, y'all. They were like, we will not dishonor Karyn White.
I know that's right.
She will be doing this song. I don't give a damn. And they were like, we don't play that over here. And I was like, aw. I was like, they were, you know what I mean? They had my back. Even if Face was gonna try to get some, they were like,
Shout out
is
to
that
Camila
on YouTube
Forbes.
somewhere?
Shout out to Camila Forbes on that.
I don't know. I know that I don't know if it's out yet. We just did it.
Okay.
But yeah, you can look for it, say Apollo.
You can look for Camila Forbes' social media. She's the executive director over at the Apollo. And I actually got to see snippets of it on her because she had it live. She was having such a good time. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you did? Oh,
yeah.
Woo! Wait a minute. Your boy Avery. Oh my God.
Oh man.
That boy is so ridiculous. I mean, he's just sick ridiculous.
He goes so crazy.
He goes crazy.
He goes so crazy. I
mean,
mean,
he's sang Tevin Campbell's song, you guys.
But he's also on Tiny Desk singing that. And when I tell you, it's disrespectful. It's just
I know.
You gotta see this show.
Yeah, but he was such a sweetie pie. Another one that is hella talented, but just a beautiful spirit. So shout out to Avery Sunshine. And Johnny Gill was Avery
Wilson. That's right.
And Johnny Gill came in and he was cutting up on my, and then Face was like, "Oh, y'all ain't going." He was like, "I'm about to whoop this butt." So he sang Whippoorwill. He was going off too. It was a great show.
Did he take his shirt off, show the dad bod again? Face is good for that. He does that all the time now.
You're right about it.
Face, let me tell y'all, Face is looking amazing. Face is like, I'm like, okay, I love it. His photos, his fashion game. Face is not playing. He is walking in his power right now, and he knows, he's like, I am, Babyface. I'm like,
oh, that's right.
I know, isn't that cool?
That's great.
He started to shut it down for everybody who didn't know during the pandemic when they did the verses.
Oh,
that's when he let his real self come out.
That was the start. You are so right.
That was hilarious. That was one of the best.
He was clowning.
He was.
So that's what we're doing? Okay.
Right.
You are so right. That was the start of it. And then after COVID, he was just like a whole nother
butterfly.
Yeah. We caught him from that. We were like, he was the silent assassin on what's his name? Teddy. Oh, Teddy. Teddy didn't know what
on verses. He wasn't silent on verses. He saw Teddy come like
right.
Got him down.
Yeah.
Okay, so if verses, who would have you guys said? Karyn White. Who would I just want to
Karyn and Jody.
Yeah.
Yeah, Karyn and Jody would have been
That's
perfect.
what I would have said too.
Karyn and
Jody.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Okay.
It's not. It is coming back.
I'll say it's not over.
It's coming back. They inked the deal. They inked the deal. Some people say they inked the deal with the devil, but they inked the deal with X. So it's coming back on X.
Oh, yes.
With the devil.
Pretty much.
Well, then let's make that happen. You versus Jody. You said you want to go with her. Go at her.
I know.
If she won't
Then
tour
we
with
can
you, go at her.
Yeah, we can go. Then we can tour after that.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
Celebration, and it's how you look at things. You know what I'm
All right,
saying?
let's see. So she got Looking for a New Love, and you just give her Romantic.
Mhm.
Oh,
She got what's another one of her songs?
Real Love.
Real Love.
Oh, yeah.
You give her The Way That I Love.
Come back with Most of All. Secret Rendezvous. See?
Oh, y'all like
we got it all set up.
Mhm.
Again,
Y'all got
put
it
your
all set up.
hands up, Jerry. Again, 10%. Put your hands up.
Just to
Well,
finish
it
her
doesn't
off.
surprise me.
You finish
'cause, like,
off with
that's-
Superwoman because she ain't got nothing like that.
Ooh,
Well,
no.
I love you, Jody, but she ain't got no Superwoman.
Not a one.
Right,
She
right.
don't even got a Wonder Woman, Jerry.
Yeah.
All right, maybe I better
Okay,
take
okay.
8%. I'm messing up the deal now. 8%.
Messing up the deal. Huh? Yeah. So
All right,
that's
look, we have had a fantastic time with you. I know we've kept you longer than we were supposed to, but
Yes.
can't wait to see you on Thursday. We're gonna come knock in the back. Derek already said he's gonna let us in so we can get a picture with you. Let's go around the horn really quickly. We like to do this and have each person say their goodbye to you. So, Ryan Nicole,
Yes.
you are up first.
Okay. Well, let me just say it is such an honor. I rushed home to get on this show. I was so excited because Karen, you are the soundtrack to my adolescence. I learned how to dance to your songs, and I'm so glad to just sit here and talk to you. And it's such a great thing to hear how much of a student you still are, and clearly have always been. And I just encourage you to continue to do that, and to acknowledge how much respect you have for your craft, and for the people that are in your craft. But understand that you deserve your flowers as well, and please accept them. You are one of the greats. Wear your crown, sis. We are so glad to have you here.
Amen.
Thank you.
Big Russ.
Karen, I'm a fan. I've been playing your records for almost as long as I've been DJing, and I'm interested in hearing the new music. I want to be able to play the new music and celebrate you. Please take your flowers. If you don't take them, I'm gonna take them home. take your flowers. We met years and years and years ago at one of those record pool meet and greets, and you were so gracious then, equally as gracious, if not more so tonight. So it's been an honor. It's very, very cool to see you doing your thing still. You make a lot of people happy, sister.
Oh, thank you.
Almighty DJ CJ Flash.
Part of the joy of my job is to do not a background check, but more of a deep dive on the career and the music legacy that you've laid in other artists. And I found some stuff from Supertramp and Richard Marx and just stuff from the Commodores that you sang background on. And we didn't get a chance to play any of it, but the stuff that I heard it just solidifies your legacy as one of the top, in my opinion, singers. And so thank you so much for all that you do. Can't wait to see you on Thursday.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm going to just echo everything they said and add to it that I just think it's always cool when you get somebody who's a lot of fun. And you are a lot of fun right from the get-go, and it's genuine, and we just appreciate you coming on our show. And I know you've done, Derek, your manager, said it's about your fifth interview today. And I hope we were the best, or at least in the top 3. So
You were the best.
Top 5.
The best I ever had.
Can you say that again? I'm gonna make sure we clip that part out for a promo that's coming up later. But no, thank you very much. And I want to remind everybody in the Bay Area once again, Karen will be at Yoshi's this Thursday, a couple of days from now, 8:00 show only. Get your tickets at yoshis.com. And thank you. We're gonna close the show with one song that some of your brand new music. CJ, tell us the name of the song, and then we're gonna fade out. So
this is actually from the movie, from the soundtrack. It's called "I Am the Storm," and you heard it in the clip. This joint is funky. I can't front. So
hey.
I need fire. I make the earth shake. I walk on water. Yeah. an angel. Yeah. True force of nature. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm a hurricane girl.
IRTS Live is brought to you by CDove HR Consulting Group, the human resources specialist, providing personalized service to building a better tomorrow. Enjoy the difference. Lifelong Medical Care, offering free vaccines for everyone 12 and over. Call Lifelong at 510-549-5454 or visit lifelongmedical.org. Check out gdovedesigns.com to get t-shirts and hoodies that make a statement. Join DJs Big Russ and CJ Flash for the world-famous show live Fridays, noon to 4 Pacific. Catch them on the following social media platforms. And if you'd like to join us as a sponsor, please email us at info@irtsshow.com.